Hey, what's up, y'all? I hope that my voice is coming through loud enough. What the fuck did that... Oh, Stan League. I just found a Stan League website. Truth and misconceptions about the RPF. The purpose of the RPF is to provide a second chance to those who have failed to fulfill their ecclesiastical responsibilities as members of the Sea Organization. The RPF is a voluntary program of rehabilitation. I mean, it's voluntary in the fact that you volunteer to do it, but you're doing it under fucking stressful ass conditions. You're signing up for that just because you don't want to get fucking declared. Hey, Irish. The RPF is a religious retreat. Go fuck yourself. For anybody who's not aware, I'm looking at the Stan League website for the RPF. Is a religious retreat which represents an opportunity for redemption. No, that's just what it says in the flag orders. The RPF is entirely voluntary and an individual is free to leave at any time. Yes, but no. Those who choose to participate engage in 5 hours of study and spiritual counseling each day. Individuals work 8 hours per day as a team on tasks which improve the facilities of the church, including landscaping, gardening, and maintenance. Yep, estates work. The work is designed to allow the individual to contribute to the religious community while on the RPF and to regain confidence through pride of accomplishment by successfully completing constructive physical tasks. Hard labor. But the program is designed for an average time of 1 year. No, it is not. You fucking liar. How long ago was this put out? Huh? Do you have any information as how long ago this was out? Come on, come on. What do we got? This is from... Doesn't have a date on it. Purporting to cloak his assumptions in neutral abstractions of science, Kent relies on the highly biased, unreliable, and unscientific information provided by the 6 disaffected former Scientologists to justify his assumption that the RPF amounts to religious brainwashing. Oh my fucking God. Stephen A. Kent. That's who they're talking about. They're basically saying he spoke to 6 disaffected former members to justify his assumption about the RPF. Yeah, well, they fucking lived it. I would assume that they'd have a good idea of how it went. And it's weird that 6 people can corroborate that. Like, RPF claims by apostates and Stephen Kent. In the 1980s, a few former members who undertook the RPF program decided not to complete it and subsequently left. Some of these individuals then started to criticize the RPF and make false claims about its treatment of Sea Org members. These claims by a few disgruntled apostates were totally contrary to the experience of scores of Sea Org members who have successfully completed the program and by the religion scholars who have independently investigated the RPF. You mean the biased religion scholars? I'm sorry. Most people who join the RPF, more people than not, leave during their time on the RPF. Alright, I'm done looking at this bullshit. Fuck the Stan League. Yeah, but do you show where this image is put up? How do I know these are RPF people, though? Actually, kind of makes sense. White t-shirts, jeans, old sneakers. But I still... there's no rags or anything like that. No gray rags. But I'm just trying to figure out if I can definitively say those are RPFers. That's from 2010. Yeah, no, that would be RPFers. Come on. Just fucking... Alright, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to save it as... Well, there was another picture of the RP. That's the one I was looking for. That's the picture I know about. Any others? No. These are more RPFers. No, I don't need the Florida National Guard. Was this RPFers? Or is that just the state's people? Oh no, that's just not important. Alright, that doesn't help. So we got some for the RPF. What else do I need to work on? There we go, the 7 Division Org Board. Of course, it's on the WISE website, you fuck. What does this say? Department of Income, Department of Disbursements, RAM, Inspections and Reports. It's not the right one. Is this the one? Come on, that's got to be a clearer picture than that. Yeah, fuck it. Save image. Actually, let me fix this. I'm not going to call this staff. I'm going to call it practices. Okay. What else do I need? Success stories. That's what I'm looking for. No. Let me see if... Touch assist, contact assist. That's a nerve assist right there. Save this as actually I could probably get the nerve assist video from Mark Bunker. Nope. I mean, do you got something about the volunteer ministers? That's what it is. It's the Ideal Org open house from 2011. But where is she doing the actual nerve assist? This looks so dumb. I keep forgetting about this. Oh my god, this is just funny. She's taking her fingers and just running them up and down his spine. And basically just dusting off his shirt. This is fucking stupid. Hold on, I'm gonna message him quick. Come on, you bitch. Send him a message. We'll see if he says yes. But if he does, I would absolutely love to include that. Sorry, hang on. Do you already have copies of scienfiles.com? No, I do not. I haven't checked that website. Is it all just one word or is there like a hyphen in there? Never mind, found it. What is this? Oh, so network orders. Yeah, I already have those. OT. Damn it. When did this website come out? Fair game documentation. Coming soon. Last compiled 2006. Also network orders. Last update was August of this year, so at least they're still updating it. Hold on. Tracker, you do not need to go outside for a fucking fourth time in like 2 hours. Jesus. Okay. Also network orders. Intelligence operations. Already got those. I want these intelligence reports. What do you have for C organization? HCO. Total documents 2,847. Seems like there's a lot on the website that's not available as of yet, like legal documents, intel reports, Sea Org stuff, Hubbard Communications, and the Fair Game documentation. Those ones aren't available as of right now, but I would love to be able to access them. Oh my god, what do you want? Fuck! What is your fucking problem? Jesus Christ, man. Alright, he's out. I'll be bugging you for a bit. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about that right now. You don't clean the cans between e-meter demos at the Dianetics tables? Ew. That's gross. Well, what? Holy shit. Go Nepal. I have no idea. Stupid memes. I gotta stop getting distracted. Alright, let's click these OSA network orders for a minute. I'm assuming they're all the same ones that I already have. Search the database. So that's all just network orders. I don't want that, though. I want... Alright, I'm gonna have to wait for them to update this website. Because it still looks like there's a bunch of categories that they don't have available. But actually, let me run something on this and see what happens. Okay, so the website says was registered on September 4th, 2025. Okay, so this is a very new website. Why does it say 2006? We got a phone. Oh, that's the who is. Yeah, so everything is private. All right. So I was going to see if I could email them and give them some documentation. Okay, what am I missing? What next? Wise, Narcanon, Criminon, CCHR. I mean, there's a ton of stuff I could do there. There could just also be just a shit ton of stuff that I just don't have in this iceberg. If I still have my old one. I can at least copy some shit. So what did I miss? I missed... let's say Scientology TV. Yeah. I'll include We Stand Tall. Got The Way to Happiness. David Miscavige's Nightline interview. Yep. Did I already have the bridge? I did not. That's how the fuck did I not have the bridge? Oh wait, no, was that up here? Yeah, it was already up there. Auditing actions. Alright, let's just go back down to the bottom. We had the 1995 Incom security breach. Oh, I forgot about, I'm just gonna say GB sec checks. TR's the hard way, yep. Stephen Fishman. The Chase Wave. This is gonna be a giant fucking iceberg. We got Rhodesia. Kakan, yep. Already have no case on post. Freeloader debt, tax exemption, sec checks, birthday game. I'll throw it in there anyway. I've already got OSA in the Guardian's office. The A to E steps. The Universe Core. And this Bloody Butt incident. Staff contract. Disconnection, obviously. How the fuck did I forget that? The whole. IAS/HAZI. PTSSP. I think I already have that. Got Chinese school. I'm going to include that in muster. I did need to ask. Alright, so what do I work on? What part of this iceberg? Again, I'm getting completely distracted. Do you have anything about the EPF? Because I know it's EPF type B now. I just don't have any information on it. I'll see what I can find. This whole iceberg is just turning into me, like, actually digging down and looking into doctrine for the fucking first time in a while. And it's just, this is gonna be a massive fucking iceberg. And I'm overworking it, and I don't know if I like the direction this is going. Because I can go on forever about this shit. What am I gonna do? Who's still here, by the way? Twyla, if you find that video or podcast episode, send it. Actually, no, I can just find it easy. It's Surviving Scientology. It's not difficult to find. Surviving Scientology, Claire Headley. Fucking dogs outside. Ugh. Okay. I can be left alone. Not cults to consciousness. There we go. Surviving Scientology podcast. Not looking for Jeffrey Augustine. Not looking for Leah Remini. I could do Katrina Reyes. Who else? Valeska Paris. Karen Presley. Janice. John. Aaron. Wait, they spoke to Brandon Riesdorf? That's fucking cool. They spoke with Dan Kuhn! That's fucking sick! I've been trying to get a hold of that guy. Bill Franks, Jesse Prince, Jefferson Hawkins, Marika Brousseau, Claire, there it is. There's another one with Claire. There's way too much shit I could look up to even... I don't know. Great, now I kind of don't want to do this project just because of the sheer fucking overwhelm. I need to learn to cut it down. Or just focus on one fucking thing at a time. I'll start here. Fuck it. Whatever. Fuck. This is such a fucking bitch. That might be what we're looking for here. No, this isn't what I want. I'm trying to figure out who I can either A, talk to, or B, what resources I can find to really go into detail about how Scientology cleaning protocols worked with, like, within the orgs while it was closed. I mean, I could try to talk to... Hang on. Hey, Antics. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Nikita Petrov? This doesn't help me. That's who I was thinking about, Twyla. I want to get a hold of them. Hang on, what's this? Oh, this is exactly something I need. Okay. Take that, copy it over to... No. Okay. No, not that one. It's not what I'm looking for. There it is. Okay, so what if I... Nope. What is with these, like, 2007, 2008 events that I can't get to work on my fucking computer? This is so stupid. I have the birthday game from 04, 06. Yes, I want to open it, you dumbass. Come on. Come on. What's over here? Okay. Yeah. I don't need this. Come on. You motherfucker. Fine, what about this one? You'll be able to jump on a live stream with us tonight, 8 p.m. California time. Twyla, it's just that my computer is just a little slow when mounting these ISO files. Hey, Journey. Hope you have a good breakfast. And yeah, Lara, I should be able to hop on tonight. Yeah, I should be good. So, I'm trying to find bits of clips. So, you know what? I'm going to pause this. And if anyone wants to hop on right now, just to chill, let me know and I'll send you an invite. But, like, what I'm looking for is the salutes that they do to LRH at the end of every fucking event. You son of a bitch! Don't care. Get to the point. Get to the fucking point. But you're not doing the fucking salute. Wait. There it is. All right, so 12:45 into the 2006 birthday event. No, we're not going to recover that. We're going to do... Shit, which drive is this? This is the I drive. We're going to go here. We'll switch that over. Slide that in. Cut that out. Come on. Come on. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Quit it with the music. Quit it with the flags. Quit it with all the fancy shit. There it is. Okay. So, right about here. Damn it. Cut it a little too early. Okay. Right there. Okay, got it. So this is the 2006 birthday game. Let's render that as go here, no, here. No. Notes. Iceberg salutes. 2006 birthday game. Render it. Okay. Done in a fucking second. All right. So we got the 2006 birthday game. We can delete that from there. We can then, what else? Found 2 more 9-year, oh God. Talking about the Navy salute they do. Michael, I'm talking about, actually, fuck it, I'll show you. I am talking about, I'm down to jump on while I'm driving to answer any questions. Lara, I actually do have a couple of questions for you, so give me 1 second. You'll be getting an invite shortly. Lara, I sent it to your Facebook. So I shall see you when you hop on. Let me see if... What other questions did I have? I had written down a few of them. Yep, we got that one. Okay. Got that one, got that one. Oh yeah, I keep saying I'm going to show you guys the salutes, and I keep not doing that. 1 second. So I'm going to share screen. Share. Is it this? No. It's not the file explorer. VLC. Gotcha. It's this. Pardon if it's loud. I'm going to mute it a little bit. We're going to skip to about here. The hip hip hooray bullshit. That's one of the things on the iceberg is the salutes. I don't know if that was loud enough. Hawaii org is trying to get coverage for their org so they can get flag training. Good fucking luck. That's all I can say is good fucking luck. I mean, they barely have what? Last time I heard, like what? 1, maybe 2 auditors? They're not, I've heard they're not a very thriving org. Ayo.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good. Thought it was going to be all dramatic. Okay, well, not, oh, here, let me exit out of these 1 million. Oh, hold on. Uh-oh. Dang, if I exit out of the messenger, then I'm going to exit out of the screen.
I was going to say, can't you just copy paste the link?
Yeah, I should do that. Okay, let me do that.
Okay. And we shall wait. I am starting my project about the iceberg and doing all of this stuff. Again, I used to want to work on this project for a while. At least a few years ago, I tried getting some ex-members as part of it. And I had a list of them, of people who were willing to participate, but I just never went through with it. And yeah, and now I'm trying to do that. Welcome back.
Okay. Do you like my title?
Lara, yes.
Because I'm raw as fuck. This is my raw workspace.
I was gonna...
Is the audio okay? Because I think it's going through the car.
Yeah, the audio's fine.
Okay, groovy cake. And you're plugged into my charger, so it's just how it's going to happen. Okay, so what are your questions? I feel like there's always questions. I'm like, oh my God, I could be answering these questions right now.
There is. The first one, other than the definition of a team and
oh my God.
The Chinese school one, what kind of stuff did you guys have to Chinese school?
Okay, so we had to Chinese school everything. Like, it just depended, like, on, most of the time it was, like, knowledge reports. The single most notable difference between an upstat, easy to live with and work with group and a downstat, hard to live with. Oh, God, I'm not even. But it was knowledge reports. Knowledge reports, and then, of course, KSW. We had to Chinese school the barriers to study, the 3 barriers to study, you know, because we constantly, obviously, we're going by so many misunderstood words. So they needed us to learn, so the barriers to study, the tone scale, knowledge report, KSW, a team, the definition of a team, and then a lot of the times they would also have us Chinese school, the schedule, like, so that we just knew the schedule, period. And I think that would only be mainly because people weren't, like, being strict following the schedule. So they would be like, you guys clearly as a group, you know, can't seem to be on time, so we need a Chinese school to schedule. But yeah, so it pretty much was just anything. At one point, the cadets and at Flag Base, when I was in Clearwater as a MAA and in TMO, always at the muster times, it would be the Chinese school. That's like most of the time when Chinese school would be happening. And also, is Chinese school a normal word?
I mean, the only time I've ever heard of it is Scientology, but I'm sure there are some uses outside of it.
Okay, I was just making sure because I don't know if that's a normal, okay, nice thing to be saying or using, like the definition of WOG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to see if I can...
So
I look up Chinese school, and it just gives me, like, how education in China is. That's not what I want. Hang on. Yeah, no, well, I literally just typed in Chinese school chanting, and then one of the 3 things that comes up from r/Scientology. Former staff members, do you remember this chant? Like, Jesus.
Wait, that was it?
It seems like it's more common in Scientology than the outside world.
Right, for sure. I mean, it was very common in Scientology, and not only in that, but like in every organization and all of that. Like, oh, we got a Chinese school this, or they would say drill, or what is the word they would say when we're reciting? I think it's, I need to recite the policy letter, or verbatim. That's what they say, verbatim. Verbatim. So yeah, it pretty much would be anything that they needed to program us deeply on. It would just be like, and then it could be randomly one day they'd be like, oh, we're Chinese schooling, this policy letter. So it would be really awkward. Everybody's like, and yeah, they would do a certain part, Like they would say, I would do it too. I would have a ruler, and I would be like, definition. It'd be like knowledge reports. What is it? And then the team the rest of the group would be like knowledge reports, and you would have to say it how I said it. Couldn't just be like knowledge reports.
You had to tone 40 that.
you got to tone 40. You got to get that in there. Tone 40. Exactly.
Another random question. While you were in...
Sorry, what was the salute thing? What was the question about the salute?
I didn't have a question about the salutes. I was just showing them.
Okay.
Talking about the whole tip. Okay. Oh, that's another thing. Was it done in that exact way during the end of every course period, or was it done a different way in the course rooms?
Rooms, because they were Chinese schools, the 3 barriers to study.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be done before the course started,
Well, I'm talking about the LRH thing, the thanking LRH for the technology and like standing up and clapping shit.
Oh, and clapping? That was done all the time. Clapping was done anytime somebody completed a course.
But
anytime they would be like, and then for sure at the end of every course period, they would give your wins. Anybody had wins today? And they'd raise your hand or whatever, and then you'd be like, I was reading this bulletin or whatever, and you share your wins, and then at the end they're like, all right, great, good, so we're going to wrap this up, blah, 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 to LRH, and then everybody claps to the picture of LRH for a good 30 seconds, a minute.
Did they do the hip hip hooray thing?
Sometimes, yeah, the supervisor or somebody would be like, hip hip, hooray, hip hip. It's just like everybody knows when you hear hip hip, the response is hooray.
Oh my God.
So it's funny when ex-Scientologists use it as a funny joke. To me, it's so funny. Or I'll randomly say it in my live streams or something if we accomplish something. Like, for example, I finally filed Moxon's, the bar complaint report, and at the end I was like, woo! I finished that. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
Jesus.
Yeah, it was very normal, but normally it's like an executive or like somebody superior, like David Miscavige is at the event, at the end of every event for sure. It's like 2 LRH with his fake deep voice. 2 LRH, hip hip. And then sometimes those events go on, like those claps, the event claps will go on sometimes for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and it's like, oh my God, just like your hands will.
It just feels like North Korea.
And then it literally is. It's actually it really is that. Wow, my hair's all. I put this oil in it. It's supposed to make my hair not so funny.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm being dumb. This is my morning wake-up routine, and I'm at the light. And I'm also going through the canyon, so it might cut out.
Right.
So maybe ask me any more questions before it cuts out.
Were you ever on the RPF or the EPF Type B, whatever the fuck they called it at the time?
Yeah, category Type B. EPF Cat B. Yeah, so before you join the theory, everybody has to do the EPF. And then the RPF is when you need to be rehabilitated.
Yeah. And then you got the RZAR in case you fuck that up.
The what?
I said then you got the RZAR if you fuck that up.
The RPF's RPF?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I've never heard of that, like that. RZAR? The RPF's RPF.
Did you?
It's like,
sorry.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
Going to the prison.
Yeah, you are going to the prisons. Okay, yeah, so I just did the EPF. They tried to offer me offer me the RPF when I was finally on my third time trying to leave the Sea Org.
Mm-hmm.
We're offering
The
you the RPF, and I literally
opportunity.
was like,
Fuck
no.
off.
Yeah, the opportunity. And I literally said to the MA, I'm not fucking ever doing that. I literally, could you imagine my little 17-year-old self? I was like, I'm not fucking doing that ever. I was like, I will never do the fucking RPF. They're like, why? It's great. I'm like, I'm never doing it. I didn't even answer. I was just like, I'm never doing it because I don't want to. I'm never doing it. They're like, all right, let's just let her leave.
Did you route out or just go?
RPF, I'm going in the canyon now, so. Little cute four-wheel drive. Oh no, is it already cutting out?
It cut out
Probably.
for a second.
Dang it, see? Okay, any other questions before I go off into another land? I'll still be listening. I'll be listening, but it's going to cut out a lot. Salute. And also, yes, tonight. And Journey, if you're in the chat, if you can also join us tonight if you're available, 8 p.m. California time. We're going to be doing the timelines of the crimes of Scientology.
Nice.
The times of the crimes of the... we're going in the canyon. Okay, now I just wasted time.
You're good. So far, it's good.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to think. Is there any, like, not just the usual, like, KR, SP, not the usual terminology, but is there any extremely obscure terminology that you remember using that, like, isn't usually discussed in, like, Scientology exposés?
I mean, probably, but I wouldn't know how to differentiate that in my mind because everything to me is Scientology. So I don't know what you haven't heard.
Yeah,
but definitely there definitely are. Like Tab 6 program. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, Professional Auditor Bulletin 6.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Look at me knowing the abbreviations.
I'm like, see, so like, okay, so, I mean, there's ComEd, you know about that, Court of Ethics, just discipline. Okay, yeah, now it's going to. All right, I'll see you tonight on the live streams and thanks.
All right, see you tonight.
Love, bye.
Bye. That's cool. It's always fun. I will actually start writing down more questions. I probably should have done that. But whatever. I'll try to fucking be awake tonight. Oh god. It's going to be 11 p.m. here. I have been going to bed recently at like what times? Like 10, 11 p.m. and getting up at like 6 or 7. I was up at, 7 o'clock this morning? So I'll be pushing it, but I'll probably chug a little bit of coffee tonight. What's today? Oh, it's Thursday! Perfect. No, the stat joke. That would have been a Wednesday night thing, not a Thursday night thing. I would love to, you know what? Let me actually write out a list of questions. If anybody has any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, and I'll try to figure out a good time to ask Lara. All right. Oh, that was one of them. I was going to say, Lara, I know you're listening. I know you're driving, so you're not able to answer anything, but one of them was about completed staff work and just like how that, in formatting wise, how it looks. Hold on 1 second. I know I saw a picture of this, but I want to be able to. What is this? Yeah, I know what these are. No fucking way. Why would I buy it when I can just print it? Why are you charging me $8 for a folder? Oh, that's why. I wonder what would happen if I literally just bought like a pack of these. So I'm looking at the New Era Pub website. And for example, they have auditor worksheets. I don't need any of the... Actually, let me take a look at these correction lists. I already have most of them anyway. L4 correction, L4 list correction. I mean, if it's just an HCO bulletin, I can access that in 2 seconds. That's not important. I want the stuff. What the fuck is that? Master word list for prepared lists. PTS rundown correction list. The trouble area short form. What the fuck is that? Study green form. Student rehab list. Auditor analysis check. Yeah, no, this is not important. I don't need any of these. I want... Ooh. What's that? Commands for FDSing. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can access it. Just basic shit. All right, so we had a bulletin from 79. From when, though? August 79. Nope. 7 August. False data stripping. Okay, that's what I need. Page 484. Okay. Do you have the actual commands, though? Steps. Already got that. Yep, and there's all of the false data stripping stuff. Okay, so I don't need that. The method 1 word clearing assessment list. 30 June 71. June 71, page 420. How method 1 works. Yep, this is the actual thing, but assessing the whole list gives you the R factor. It gives you that stuff. Why are there 4? That's another thing. You know what? Let me get another question written down. I'll save a picture of this. Go under here, go to notes, mass info, Iceberg materials. We'll just make one called lists. M1 assessment. FDSing, method 1 word clearing commands, such as, what's the reference? Same thing. More correction lists. Don't need those. Grades checklists. If it's a reference to a thing, I can just steal it from that. I don't need that. Auditor admin forms. This is the shit I'm looking for. So we have the auditor report form. So we'll save that. Actually, we're just going to call this forms. And this is the auditor report form. The folder summary. The invoice form. Fuck. We're going to see what they have to offer. I'm not paying for shit when I can just print it. Summary report. It's just a bulletin. Revised 1st March 2013. What the fuck? Hold on. HCOB 1970. 20 June. Come on. 21 August. What's this one? 30 June. 25. 25. 24. Come on, you bitch. 21. 19 June. This is not in the bulletin, so I will save this as a summary report. And I'm curious, if I was to buy this, I'm not saying I'm going to because fuck giving any money to them. But if I bought it, would they ask for personal information regarding who I am as like a Scientologist? First name, last name, all the usual shit, payment methods. Don't need that. But I'll see if I can find that. Ooh, we got the examiner form. Got the examiner's form. What else? What else? What else? What else? Why is the folder error summary in pink? Whatever, FES. The FES summary. I have not asked any of them about that. What the fuck was that noise I just heard? What the fuck? What do you mean I have a new message? What? 2 new messages from fucking... What? I'm on the New Era Publications website, and they're like, oh, you have a message. Excuse me? Where am I supposed to find this? I have no messages. Like, why are you telling me I have messages? Where does this even show up? It fucking doesn't. I didn't think so. There's nothing on the website for that. So no thank you. So we got the FES summary, the FES checklist. Checklist for what, though? Checklist for starting or continuing expanded grades. This is the yellow sheet. 6 new messages. Where the fuck are these messages being stored? So we got the yellow sheet. It has to do with happiness processes. The false TA check sheet checklist. What? False TA checklist handling summary. Attached to the inside left cover of PC folder above the yellow sheet. The drug rundown drug list. And then auditing CS1. That's just a bulletin. Word clearing items, NED items. The individual track map. What the fuck is this? I kind of want it. That's kind of cool. God damn it. Fucking morals. Then we have the FES checklist for starting or continuing NED. Okay, the Dianetic full flow table. The pre-assessment list. That's it for those. I'm just gonna look at the New Era website for a minute. So y'all are gonna join me on this ride. So let me switch over to this. Open this up. Got all these categories and checklists and stuff. But I want to take a look at the NED items one more time because this is what I was looking at. This is kind of cool, and I want to know like what the inside looks like. But I don't want to pay $25 for it, nor do I want to pay it for it through Scientology. Might be able to get one through eBay. Not sure. Probably not. The materials listed here will only be delivered to certified auditors. Go fuck yourselves. Not letting me get shit. E-meter leads for $33 for a fucking cable. Remote tone arm, computer cable. Still got like a serial looking port on it. Charging adapter, power cable, calibration resistor card, accessory pouch, electrodes, solo session electrodes, solo auditor case, troubleshooter, wrist straps. We've gotten training materials. We got the Objective Processes Handbook, Grades Processes Handbook, the Dear Alice Lectures, Student Hat Dictionary, Student Tapes, PTSSP, E-Meter Essentials Book of E-Meter Drills. I already have those. Already have CS1. Happiness Rundown Indoctrination, Scientology Drug Rundown, Indoctrination, Listing and Nulling, Prep Checking, Dating and Locating, Dianetic CS1, Grades. If I tried to buy this and I wasn't an auditor, would it stop me? Would it actually process the order and then never send me anything? Or would it just send me the thing? Or would it cancel the order? I want to know. I'm very curious right now. This is the materials listed here. Yeah, but I'm assuming training materials as well. But still, it's like, what if I want this purely for the weirdness of it all. PTSSP course, I already have those. It's in the Academy lectures. How many? 26 lectures. That's fucking it. Oh, it's volume 1. That's why. Special Hubbard Professional Auditor course. I want the listing and nulling, the prep checking, and the dating and locating one. And I also want to know what the NED drug rundown is. could probably just look it up anyway, but still, it's nice to have. It'd be cool to have it organized. Lectures, audiobooks, Dianetics. I don't need objective processes. I could just look those up anyway. All right. We'll end that. Is there any information on the reverse auditing that Natalie talked about? The auditing used to push people over the brink of insanity. I don't know anything about that. I'd have to ask Natalie. Hello, Professor Kakan. Good to see you. From what I saw, you just had to enter like basic shipping information. I don't know if there's extra stuff past that, like payment info page that they want you to give, because it didn't ask what org were you, what. It didn't ask anything about like your auditor training levels. Actually, it might ask about that. So if I go to let's say I was going to grades processes and I wanted to buy it. It's 492 pages. Say I wanted to check it out, and I wanted to, let's say, remove that one. Asks for basic information, address, payment method, and then pay now. It doesn't even ask you anything about like where you're an auditor or anything like that. Give me a second. Told me to go home early. Seriously though. Why? So it was like 12:05. Finished all of camp in like 20 minutes. John looked at me and Patty and goes, I was like, what? You serious? She goes, yeah. You guys are wrong. Wrong out of day. I was like, oh, you're serious? She said, yeah. Go home, Carmen. See you tomorrow? I was like, no. She goes, what? Everybody stopped. He goes, okay. I'm like, I'm not on schedule tomorrow, guys. Sorry, I didn't do it. Just take it every day. She goes, I don't blame you. And they're also on what, Saturday? You're off. And that's the only day? Yes. Okay. And then I'm working Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you're off on Friday. And I'm off Friday, Saturday. Get back to the live. Love you too. Okay. Yeah, we're a little gay, so what? Date and locate was a process I was run on when I realized it was all made up. It keeps saying I have messages. What do you mean? I fucking don't. There's nowhere on the website for me to enter any kind of messages. The fuck are you talking about? 7 new messages on this website that doesn't have a message functionality to it. Congress collection, the Classics collection. All right, I gotta stop getting distracted by New Era now. Son of a bitch. Oh, right, I was working on the Iceberg. Hey, Cricket. I'm going to turn the music back on. That. Right, I keep forgetting to get success stories. I keep forgetting to look for those. Alright, so we will eject that. We'll eject that. What's this? Oh, I think I finished this one. Did I? Why do I have this? What does this have to do with... Ah, okay. That's what it was. Okay, so that was finished. Already got the barley formula. Maybe I should look up the PAB6 program. Because I don't know shit about it. I haven't actually read it yet. God, I hate, like, constantly having to dig through, like, just tunnel my way through the archive. Let's try this one. Contents. Pab 3, Pab 4, Pab 5, Pab 6. Page 166. I don't want to read this garbage. Fuck it, I'll ask Lara. I am not going to be bothered in reading this right now. Fuck this. Just, let me read this quick. Now, you happen to be using a body. Before we worry about your mind, let's clean up the primary communication relay point, the body. And for 2 weeks, let's do these things. 1, clean up your mess. Get done the various odd jobs you've, quote, been meaning to do. 2, bring yourself up to date socially and give a letter or a ring or a personal call on people you've neglected. 3, take a 1-hour walk every day, simply starting away from home very early, dawn is best, for half an hour, and then walk back a different direction every day. If you can't walk, get out in the yard and throw things for half an hour. If you can't throw, spit at something for a half hour. I mean, throw and spit literally. 4, get a physical examination, and if anything is chronic, get it cured. Not everything chronic can be cured. What happens then? 5, take twice a day 100 milligrams of B1, supplement it with 250 milligrams of vitamin C. And if you will do these things, you will be ready in a couple of weeks for some auditing. I'm going to hold off on this. You can hop on if the invite's still open. Give me a second. Journey, I'll send it to you through Facebook. Just give me a sec. Okay, you got the invite. Hello.
For a second, I was like all by myself, and I'm like, "Why am I free?" How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Very somber today.
Why is that?
Well, it's 9/11.
Yeah.
And I was 19, so I remember that day. And then yesterday there was 2 or 3 teens in Colorado that got pew-pewed at a high school. And then, of course, I don't follow the extreme politics, but that guy was...
yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, in front of his young family. His young family was there. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out this generation. Because yes, my generation had Columbine. I was a junior in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the most shocking. But I just feel like everybody, instead of coming back with points and having a platform saying to the college, instead of just platforming that one side, can I bring up points like the same day or the next day? So that way people, like, there's a rally for both sides instead of one. No, I'm just going to take a view, and I don't get it. I'm sad. I'm sad for everyone and the decision. It's Suicidal Awareness Month, and my daughter last year in September didn't want to live anymore. And so it's just one of those things where it's like, life is so precious. I don't know. Is your fiance okay? Your audio is really cut up. It's breaking up bad.
Test.
Well,
hello.
Oh,
1 2
you're better.
1 2.
You're better. Well, first I thought she was dancing.
No, we have a barricade literally right here.
And then it was like, I realized that's not a dance move. But yeah. No, so I'm just somber today with all the lives lost and the decisions of other people, and it's so sad to me.
I'm just trying to keep my mind off everything.
I know. That's why I took myself to breakfast. I was like, okay. And then my back's been killing me for the last week. Been spasming out. So I was supposed to go to the library, but I was like, I could barely sit there. Like, this is my massage chair I got for Christmas last year.
Oh, nice.
I know. I was like, that's all I want. So it heats up and massages, and so yeah. So you're working on this Iceberg project.
I keep seeing the fucking backlight flashing.
It's okay. Aliens
My
are
camera
coming
can't fucking adjust.
Aliens are coming to get you. It's fine.
Strobe warning to anybody watching.
Really? I can't hear you.
No, talking to Carmen about the
Just
lighting.
making sure. I'm just making sure that you know your audio's up.
Put the camera down toward you.
Hey, don't be rude.
Yeah, that fixed it. Simple solutions.
Now it's just bright. It's okay.
So what you doing today, Journey, while you're on?
Well, I've been going through each card again and then actually finding more filed openings for Scientology's buildings. They don't have actual addresses, but they do have file numbers and dates. So, yep. That's what I've been doing slowly. And then, of course, you know, keeping updated on other information. So, also last night I found 2 9-year-olds that did the Purith 2 years ago. Just 2 years or 3 years ago. So they're 12 now.
It's nuts that I still find it crazy that kids are doing that shit. Kids like have no choice but to do that shit because of their fucking parents or just because of the reg. I don't fucking know, but
Well, they're going up the bridge.
of course. And
Yeah.
for some reason, I haven't read Clear Body, Clear Mind, but
It's. I'm sorry, Style. Yeah. No. Having so many audios, and in that building on the bottom floor, there was training. Firefighters were training that day, and so they were recording, and you can just hear bodies drop, boom, 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 and that's why it's horrific. It's totally horrific. Of all these lives lost. So.
And relating it back to Scientology, don't forget the first responder detox program.
I missed that the first time around in like 2000 whenever Leah Remini came out with Aftermath and stuff, talking about that. I was like, say what? People actually bought this shit? And then to have those that were, you know, in the, you know, fight, you know, the firefighters to actually go through that program. Geez, all of them got cancer anyways. I'm so pissed off at them. I'm so pissed off at Scientology.
There's too much to be pissed off about at this point.
I know. Mace Kingsley just posted a quote of a child really being an adult.
I was going to say, what was the quote?
Because I'm like, what the? Or a child is a person. That was the term. And they can talk to you, and they can. It's just like you're mine. Let me find it.
Or even just looking at some of the assists for like babies. It's weird.
Well, I'm pissed off that Mace Kingsley audits 3 months old. A certificate for a fucking. I'm sorry.
How do you audit a 3-month-old? Like, how does that process work?
Well, you say thank you a lot. You know, it's like, oh, you know, it's just like an ashtray.
You lay in that crib.
Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna be an adult about this. Like, F you. Okay, I'm in it. Mace Kingsley. Fucking hate you. Not you. The Mace Kingsley.
I would hope not.
Children are people. They have been through some very rough experiences. They are not in good shape. Their possessions are very small. Their dependence is tremendous. I ran enough tone 40 processing on one child, to discover that I was auditing a person.
So you screamed at a child?
Child began to talk like one and act like one.
Oh my God, when they're disciplined too much and they start like people pleasing. Holy shit, trauma.
This is the lecture from Child Scientology, 7th of July, 1957, and Ability Issue 110, Techniques of Child Processing. They posted this on their fucking Facebook page yesterday. So I'm like, yesterday was so, and I was at a funeral too. But I was making jokes because I was trying to find Gigi, and I was like, Gigi, if you're here, raise your hand. Because it's like all these stones. I couldn't find her name. I was like, so making my daughter laugh. My Goldens. And he has such a deep bark that it sounds vicious. Jake! No! So, yeah. So, no, that's what I've been doing. And I'm just trying to get through all these cards again. Going around the world. Finding how many flunks they have. But it's just so annoying. Like, you can have a religion. I don't freaking care. But when you're bringing elderly and children that have no choice or, like, have been completely brainwashed. I have 2 Goldens, Irish. Yep. Hi. Did you tell the squirrel to go? I had a lab before him. He's 7. But my lab, she was a golden color. But she was afraid of shadows. There was a paper bag once making a shadow, and she was freaked out at that. I was like, Kaylee, what are you doing?
Such a threat.
I'm like, I have chicken dogs.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Guys, I'm just so tired of this cult. I am so tired of this cult. I got to get to other lectures too. And I think it's just his voice too. And then certain Scientologists have that cadence and tone that is more hypnotism. And it like hypnotic. And it's so disturbing to me that that's the way you're going to talk to people instead of a regular just come on now. I'm so pissed off at them. I'm glad I'm not next to an org, or I'll be like, yeah, I decided not to be an adult today. And totally just chew you out and make small little points and just dig. I know. I can't imagine all these audio tapes you would have to listen to. He used to ignore the squirrels. He used to just be so happy to see them. We went to Hawaii Maui right before the big fire they had 2 years ago. And we left him with my in-laws. He came back a barking dog. I'm like, dude, you were not barking. You were so quiet and happy-go-lucky. Now he just barks at everything. It's no fun. No, Professor. How you were in for, was it almost 2 decades, Professor? Were you in as a child? I can't remember. I was in Tucson. Imaginary rabbits. Oh, Irish. We have an Australian Shepherd next door named Ginger, and it's like best friends with mine. It matches the energy of my other golden. 10 to 20. Wait,
Oh, you were in for a decade and a half.
Oh.
Still getting in at 10 though, like Jesus.
Oh, ages 10 to. I was like, that's a. Sorry, slow here.
No, he started in October of last year. Staff at 16.
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask what your post was? I'm pardon me, but I'm going to be asking you questions now if you're willing to answer some of the stuff. SO at 23. Fuck.
See, and
wait, SO at 23, left at 24.
So SO means what?
Sea Org.
Oh shit.
They were there for a year before he left. I wonder what it was that caused you to like want to leave.
Oh my gosh. Staff at 16. See, this is what I don't understand. Like, so the Hawaii org in June or July just posted saying they all are going to go train at Flag or the organized or whatever freak it is. But they need someone to cover.
Ain't no one covering that shit.
And someone even said, can't the Sea Org help? And he's like, oh, the Sea Org does so much, but no, we need a class 5 to cover. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's traffic more people to it.
Let's just musical chairs everybody in this bitch.
Yeah, no. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Well, did I ever tell you there is a doctor in Clearwater because it's to teach. But then when I talked to the person at the library, call it the library, she's has her master's in religion, and it is actually for profits that you are a professor because you are teaching and you're a prophet. So it comes from that type of religion, and there's no profit in Hubbard's land. But somehow to be a doctor is to teach. And I'm just like, oh, stupid. So she has it's Dr. Susan Player. Player is her last name.
I'm going to look them up now.
Yep. She's holistic.
Of course she's fucking holistic.
But it's doctor. Oh, I don't know.
Chiropractic internist and certified nutritionist.
Is it certified like Hubbard certified?
I'm assuming like Wise certified.
Therapist in California, she first says certified, and then in another place she's, licensed in family therapy. And can. I just can't. Ugh. Because when I asked Tori what's the average age of a kid doing the Purif, if she knew, because she was public for a long time, she didn't know. But with me finding that 9-year-old in Sacramento in 2019, but then finding just 2 more 9-year-olds, it's like, is that the hope to get them on the bridge? That freaking...
I'm looking at some of her testimonials, and so many of them have thank you at the end.
Yes.
Like, it's just making me think of the whole, like, thanking LRH for the tech, thanking Susan for the back treatment.
Yes. Well, they say thank you a lot in auditing.
Well, yeah.
When
True,
you're
as the acknowledgement thing.
When you're serious, yeah, it's like, oh, thank you.
Feel my finger, thank you.
I just don't understand how they get away with, they treat depression and everything when they're not treating that. They're like, ignore that. Don't worry about that. And then it becomes a bigger underlying issue.
Sorry, one second.
Scientology professor by completing senior course internship. For being your 10-year sweet deal. Oh my gosh. Okay. And that's what drives me nuts about being on staff, that you become indoctrinated just through staff policies and stuff.
And the stat culture, just all of that shit too. Like, oh my god, the fucking danger formulas and shit, condition formulas.
Okay, Style.
Later.
I know. It's... I'm surprised there's not more problems at Flag, or, you know, anything that's more intense. And because I would think by the time you're doing that on the free wins, that you would just be kidnapped at that point because you can't leave. It's the 3-hour tour.
More like 3 years.
I know, but no. Have you ever heard of oh my gosh, what's that show?
Gilligan's Island?
Yes. They were only there for a 3-hour tour. There's certain things that like remind me of like Hubbard's World.
If you want to be reminded, all you have to do is look up Navy.
Oh.
I saw the first 2 guys on the sweat out in the summer desert that evolved into the Purif. I will have some questions definitely now about the Purif pilot. That's interesting.
Because how he incorporated the sweat out with the niacin, the treatment for radiation poisoning. And it's still going on.
And never mind the fact that the niacin you're already taking, we already know causes a red flush in people because it's a vasodilator or something?
Yeah.
It dilates your blood vessels.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you call it radiation leaving the body, even though it's a known side effect.
Right. It's the drugs. Yeah. So they don't, that pot that may have been like secondary or like totally a different time, you know, a different lifetime, doesn't re-enter the body and get you high. Or the aspirin epidemic. That's what gets me. Like, no one's addicted to aspirin. There's no component in aspirin that's addictive.
The question that I always have is, if sweat and vitamins can help get rid of toxins, according to them, what's stopping me from avoiding paying $5,000 and just going for a run in my neighborhood and going down to the pharmacy and getting a couple of multivitamins?
Because it's out tech. Because it's squirreling. Huh?
I said, what if they're the exact same vitamins and I overdose myself in the same way?
But it was without supervision. That's why they call it squirrel. This is why it's a whole circle of being a cult, that there's reasons why you can't do it on your own. Which I'm like, and it's not a donation. That's what I'm sick and tired of.
Yeah, the fucking price sheets. Oh my God.
I can't negotiate the donation. I cannot even say I only have $1. That's not a donation. That's a price list. And to have it in different areas and say it's different.
Hello.
Lara.
Welcome back.
Hello. My boss is in an appointment and I was like, oh, they're talking about vitamins and all kinds of shit, and I should jump in and eat my cinnamon roll while I'm at it.
Go for it. That looks good.
Oh my God. Why is this screen is so big on I only see like all the tops of our heads.
Oh.
I don't know how to zoom out. Hold on.
We don't see that.
Oh, well. Okay. Oh, there we go. I scrolled down a little bit.
Hey, Mona.
Hi, Mona. I can't see chat right now, but so yeah, Journey, if you're around, that would be cool if you could join us tonight.
Okay.
We're doing a timeline, Scientology crimes timeline. It's hard to say. Try to say it.
Timeline?
Say it 3 times fast.
Doesn't sound weird when you say it. No,
it does.
Scientology crime line.
Crime line. Yeah, that's
okay.
a good one. So I'm gonna, yeah, we're doing a Scientology crime line, but yeah, Mona will be there. Audit, hopefully Nora.
Sweet.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I heard you.
Sorry, my dog just goes off. Squirrel's back. God.
I heard you. You were reading the PAB 6 program. The it's so fucking annoying to me because I truly thought I was insane, and I was like, oh, I have to do this program, and like, if you can't walk, spit. Like the things like if you can't throw rocks, spit. Like literally, I hated that shit. Like I would be so upset that I would be like, no, I'm not moving anywhere. And they're like, all right, you're not gonna walk, then you're gonna, oh, you're not gonna throw rocks. I was like, no, I'm not gonna fucking throw rocks. Normally I would love throwing rocks, but I was just so pissed. And the other thing is that they would always use that as to criticize me. Almost, it felt like, oh, you're on the PAB 6 program. Like it was so I was like, fuck you, fine, you want to call me crazy, then I'm crazy. But yeah, they would always say like, oh, you can't throw rocks, you're not gonna do that, then spit. And I was like, no. And they would go, you're not gonna get better if you don't follow technology.
So what would they do, or what would you have to do if you didn't do any of the steps of the PAB 6? If you weren't willing to do any of the steps?
Well, that happened a lot. I think I ended up just getting fucking forced to do it.
I don't remember not being able, like, not doing it. Like, I mean, I remember sitting for a while and being banky, as they used to call it. They're like, fine, they would base it's so fucked up because I would be getting my own TRs in or raising my own confront while I was being upset. And I guess like they don't let you be upset all the time. And so I felt like because I was doing my PAB 6 program, that I was allowed to be banky. And then for some reason, psychologically, because I had that relief of being able to fucking be mad or scream or whatever, somehow I guess it kind of helped me. And I thought, oh, that's Scientology working.
You were allowed to feel emotion instead of being told to cut the HE&R.
Right. Cut it out. And then, and so, yeah, I guess it kind of helped me. And then I'd be like, fine, let's take a walk. And then I go on my walk. I go hiking up the fucking cliffs and plan out where I was going to blow the next time.
And what would be like the qualifier to end you up on PAB 6? Like, what would cause it?
Psychosis, like somebody wanting to kill themselves or having bad thoughts or being too crazy, like constantly crying, dramatizing, having tantrums or whatever. Yeah, it's actually always has something to do with like mental most of the time.
But did they ever do the introspection rundown on you guys or no?
No, I mean, not on me, but they definitely did it on other people for sure. Yeah. I wonder if Serge got that done, or I'm sure he definitely did it on people. I don't know.
He was a young auditor.
12 years old.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But the thing is he was a young auditor already at 12, and he was already like, on the RPF and like all of that. So it wasn't just like 12 years old. Like he literally grew up being programmed to be this.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm so pissed off that it's like not learned behavior and now we're like doing things differently. No, the same shit's happening. And that's what got me into this whole movement, because I'm like, wait, it's not a documentary of what it was and what we kind of moved into. Jakey, no. But yeah, Jake, leave it.
Don't eat the cat treats.
God, that was Willow. Oh my gosh. I was like, she's quiet, and I bring back the whole thing, and it's this container she ate. Gosh. But yeah, I just can't believe that it's still the same, and there's no stopping it from government to actually say, hey, there's crimes being committed. Like how I uncovered the kidnapping charge in Tennessee. It's the same process and same thinking that if you have some sort of mental illness, we just lock you up, take away privileges and stuff, and somehow you're going to come out of it.
Yeah, it's wild.
Everything, and they're locked up. And I'm so thankful that the mom had the thought, hey, I'm doing a welfare check because I haven't heard from them in 10 months. And they said they would help. And that's when they found this other lady. And he was an OT8.
Which is basically what I'm doing, literally.
This OT8 literally had this whole thing going on. And he got, what is it? He didn't get time in jail, but he just got probation.
That's fucked. Give me 1 second, let my dog.
Kidnapping. And it's like, okay. And that was 2019 or 2017. Yeah. And I'm like, it's still happening. Same thing.
I get so annoyed. Not annoyed. That's not the word. I get fucking deeply fucking frustrated when like that guy came up and was like, this isn't happening.
Yeah.
When I was outside the testing center the other day, I was just like, yes, it is fucking happening. Who the fuck are you who are you to even say something like that? If it was happening, you look so horrible as a human being for saying that it's not happening. Like, you're fucking, I just have zero patience for people like that.
Yeah.
Let me wash my cinnamon roll hands.
Because Sacramento, Oregon just seems like they're in such a happy place. Because that's
Sacramento, Oregon?
Yeah, I'm like, if you want to join a cult, join Sacramento, because everybody's a family.
Oh, God.
Do a yada yada. But that's why I'm like, is this really, really happening in here? And to see Sam Powell in there, when she worked with Jeffrey Hawkins at the Gold Base, and he last saw her at the Blue Building, cycling out or whatever. She was trying to get out with her best friend, Sam Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now she is the whatever maintenance crew.
Literally, like, look at my dad. He's on dishes. He's put out dishes. Like, this is the routine. This is when David Miscavige doesn't want executives, because what we're doing is working. People are so curious, like, how is this happening? Like, what the hell? And so, and people are interested in being part of the, you know, the solution for it. So they're like you guys, like, and it's just interesting to be like, wait, this is actually fucking real. Like, it's not just like, oh, you're writing a movie or something that you can get bored of, because it's actually happening. And then here we're doing all these research, and you find like, okay, what is this policy, or what does this document say from L. Ron Hubbard? And then it's literally like mentally abusive indoctrination, where we didn't even see it like that. So of course you're going to have idiots, especially the ones that are still Scientology believers, and no offense, sorry offense, who are like, well, L. Ron Hubbard didn't, you know, that wasn't his intention. I'm like, intention, shemention. Are you fucking kidding me? Read the document. What the fuck does it say? That's from L. Ron Hubbard. Like, I don't give a shit if you think David Miscavige. No, this is all gross manipulative technology, or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know. But yeah, it's really dark and deep, and it really fucks with people's emotions, mental emotion, like mental, like then that's their body. Like, it takes over your whole life. You start questioning your body, how you think or feel about yourself. Like, it's so fucking manipulated.
Yeah.
And then you sit here going like, what is this auditing? Oh, that is the poison. Literally, that is the actual drops of poison. You're just putting a few drops and drinking a little bit every day, and you're gonna make sure that you fucking don't forget the 8 dynamics and overts and withholds and misunderstood words. Like, you're constantly being surrounded by all this shit. Scientology can't even speak normal anymore.
I've been corrupted.
I keep it in my brain. I'm like, I'm not being indoctrinated, even though I'm reading all this stuff.
You're like,
shit.
You're like, I'm not being indoctrinated, and then you're like, hey, Lara, was there too much H&R going on at the Gold Base? You know, like, you just start, it's just so funny. I'm like, good luck with that. It's like, look, I'm not going to get drunk. Okay.
Like,
I do have one question. How did
honestly, I don't know.
I know there's a whole thing on like sympathy is a bad thing and all that shit, but how did it actually affect the culture where you were?
Sorry, the last part. Sorry, I know your partner's yelling. I'm just kidding.
How did the idea of the lack of sympathy just in you innately as a Sea Org member?
Oh God, yeah, that's such a good question.
How does that affect the culture?
The feeling. Well, the feeling of it when you feel bad for somebody is not okay. Like, because you're going into your emotional bank. You're being reactive instead of being caused and like not affected by an emotion. So it's really fucked up. But like, if somebody, you know, in a meeting, like if we're having an executive meeting or something, and one of the executives is like, you know, get the fuck, like this happened all the fucking time, like, get the fuck out of here and go finish those targets or whatever, right? immediately would feel bad, like, oh God, I feel bad that they're getting in trouble, especially if they knew that they had been working so hard or drained all week doing it. And, so the immediate reaction is you feel bad, but then your immediate reaction is, oh my God, I'm being out ethics by agreeing with them for being in agreement with their emotional, banky behavior. So if I'm not as well, just as mad as the person telling them to go get their fucking targets done or whatever, and I'm feeling bad for the person that they just yelled at, then I'm the next one to be like, oh, and you think that's okay? You're next too, like it's that vibe. So, and then the same thing with deaths. Like when parents die or sisters or brother, anybody, like it's just the body, and you need to stop being banky, and your emotions aren't anything having to do with, your father or somebody being gone. It's past. It's the past, and you're dramatizing. So you really don't, there's no time as a Sea Org member specifically to ever mourn or feel sympathy or feel empathy to a degree that you can like really understand sadness and hurt. That doesn't exist in Scientology.
What about compassion? Because with all the
it's all in the same thing. It's all like sympathy.
Okay.
Yeah, and that goes under the whole degraded beings, like, oh, you're supporting a degraded being. If you give an out ethics, more rewards, then you're going to make them more out ethics. So they're all on that vibe. Like if you give a degraded being, any value, you're just going to keep being degraded. That's why they don't give money to homeless people, because it's out exchange and they need to get out of their tone level and whatever it is, right? So they're always in that. And so
that's
whenever you start to feel if it's below the tone level of boredom, basically, or below anger, then it's not okay, right? But it's okay to be in anger about something. Like that's kind of all the time the Sea Org members were always in anger.
Because how they've been promoting nonstop David Miscavige with his, I met him and he's the most blah, blah, blah. They painted him as the most compassionate person. And I was like, hold on. I thought you guys can't be compassionate. I thought that was low tone.
Literally, and that's exactly what.
So I think this
being
all the
ordered to
just
do
for the outside world, not for Scientologists to read. But it was kind of weird because I was like, wait, how is he the most compassionate?
Well, it's amazing that they're even having to do that, right? Because you have protesters out there being like, David Miscavige is a fraud. He's using you, the money, where, all of this. And so who's getting the most hurt by that?
Right.
Miscavige. So he's sitting there now. Go do a film. Make this movie. Make me look good. He literally is a fucking sociopath, like whatever you want to call it. He's everything of that. And then he covers it well behind a Scientology group that covers it well behind outside lawyers who are being paid with this disgusting money.
Well, and that's what's so strange with like seeing an ex-Sea Org, or she is Sea Org or whatever, because she couldn't route out. It's clearly she's still there in her 40s, and she was trying to route out in her 20s. With her best friend, and her best
anytime you try to route out, like whenever you're on route out lines, which is the routing form, the checklist form that you have to do to route out of the Sea Org, you're already in a position where you're handling yourself. You're not going on lines on this routing form out lines. At the end of the routing form, the whole routing form is intended to get you to stay.
Yeah.
So you think you're going on this routing form. And you think you're going on this routing form to leave eventually. And you're already feeling shitty for it and everything because you feel bad that you're letting, the group down.
Right.
And then The routing form is actually intended to bring you back mentally anyways.
Yeah, because now she's at a class 5.
So they
And
probably just put her on a more
yeah,
exciting job or something where she now feels like, okay, good, now I can stay. Now I feel better. But it's bull crap. It's
well, they got her
it's the
clear.
the
Yeah,
daily indoctrination. That's exactly what I mean. They probably gave her a session or something, and
right.
now she's more brainwashed. That's all there is to it. She's
Yeah,
more programmed now.
which
They
is so
literally they caught her on. It's so insane. They literally caught her right where she would have been thinking for herself, and they were like, okay, now we need to
right,
adjust this thinking. We need to like curve this fucking
right.
ball.
Because she wasn't going up the bridge, being on Gold Base, and then at Blue going, I want to route out, I want to do this. But she's now, the Sacramento was like, oh, you go up the bridge and everything. And now she's like, it was the state of clear a few years ago, like 2017. Like, I took all their pictures. I like tripled it and everything. And when they realized they took it all down, I was like, oh no, I already got backups. But for her to still be there, and we even told the police, she's not allowed to leave. They don't get that because the door is freely open. But
Right.
I'm like, I don't even think she has a home. I think she thinks she lives here. And that's the problem. And they don't believe it. Because how could someone in America...
How can an adult... Exactly.
Right. And it's
I'll
like
be right
she's
back.
trapped in her own mind.
Yeah, and then the moment that she's reporting that she kind of doesn't like this and she wants to be away from it, she's reporting to the devil. So the devil is like, "Oh, good, thank you for telling me your thoughts."
Right. And for those of you that don't know Sam Powell, she's the sister of Karen Powell, who is the public
Exec sec.
Yeah, well, she's the high up. She's the
commanding officer.
She's in David Miscavige's circle.
Oh, okay.
She's the person to go to for
IG, RTC?
Public communications or something, like, affair.
Karen's the OSA in
Office of
PR
Special
aid.
Affairs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And their brother, Marion, just died.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. They're just going to die. They're dropping their bodies.
And
they're dropping the body. That's a term. Have you never heard of that, Scientology?
No, I have. So here's the problem. There was a person in Sacramento.
The fuck you reading my notes. I have Marion Powell is married to Bill Dendu or something.
Oh, Bill.
Oh,
Dendiu.
Dundeen or something. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
There was a woman at who was really sick, and then got a leg amputated or both amputated. She's still fighting for her life, and then all of a sudden she's like not there anymore. And this whole dialogue, well, did she drop her body on purpose? And then like, no, she was still wanting to be here. And then it was
but that's how
online, and she, so she will come back and it's just like
the body on purpose.
Yeah, did she drop it on purpose?
But that's also a way to ask them, like, it's also a way to ask them in a covert way, like, did they unalive themselves, or did they do it on purpose, or did the body thetans take over?
Yeah, they were like, no, she was still wanting to, fight whatever was going on. I was just like, this is the weirdest conversation with the random, verbiage from Scientologists. So
yeah, it's really fucking annoying.
Because I was like, oh my gosh, she is having to go through so much medical treatment. But then how is it? Like, there was one person also at the org that had a stroke, and they were raising money on a GoFundMe for his auditing and other things. Yep.
Because he's dying.
Well, and he survived, but it's like he
But
was.
that, like, they're literally saying, like, instead of saying, like, hey, you have health issues or whatever it is, like, they're just like, okay, it looks like you're on the road out, so let's get you on the routing form.
It's
The
so.
leaving the body routing form. There's
Yeah.
literally routing forms for everything.
I don't know. I was just like, okay, at least they care
What?
for each other, not like LA
Scientology?
walking
What's
into
going
a
on?
room and no one cares for you.
Well, and then they think they're so used to the abuse that they think that going to have their own room in these medical buildings is actually a privilege. So they have to listen to the rules and follow the rules because they don't want to lose that.
There's a routing form for dropping the body?
That's why you did that. I was like, what is Scientology? Yeah, it's literally called dropping the body routing form or leaving the body.
And what does that exactly consist of, if you know?
Basically tying up all your loose ends and coming clean with all your overts and basically donating the rest of your money to Scientology so that you can get the last sessions you need to,
That's what they were
make
doing
it through.
Rosemary.
Yep,
Don't you just want to
literally.
drop the body?
Yeah, they're doing that. I mean, imagine if they're doing that to Rosemary, they're doing that to everybody in there. Rosemary's just one.
I know.
One that got out.
There's just so much happening behind the scenes. It's like, how many times has it repeatedly happened and not being documented outside?
This is the first time. That's why we do what we do.
That's why I'm here. I mean, I'm not a YouTube entertainment channel. I'm like, okay, let me just do this boring ass work, researching and figuring out, because I'm like, no, I'm gonna find the truth, because this is pissing me off. I'm not about to send a teen out into the world that I am going to be oblivious to the cult nature, this cult, just
any
type of abusive behavior that just gets you caught in the cycle of, you're out at this, you better get back in. And then it's like, let me take your money, let me do this. And then you're doing it in your 60s, 70s, and you have cancer, and you have cancer because of you. Like, it's just.
And then you have like people on the street directly telling you, and you can't accept it. You just
I know. You're like, they're so wrong. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't understand what's going on.
They always do. Yeah, they always do this like.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you fucking laughing? What a strange reaction to have. So weird. Okay, I better get back to my life, guys. It's 10:30. I better go get my boss ready for whatever he needs. But I'll see you guys tonight. And I was going to say, Scientology, you can always take a nap. You don't have to force yourself to stay awake.
If I take a nap, I'm going to fuck over my sleep schedule.
Shit. Okay. Well, I'm just going to have to fuck your sleep schedule up a little bit here. Okay?
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be good because it'll be, I'm sure you'll get a lot of answers, obviously, for your little.
I'll get answers to questions I probably didn't even know existed.
Exactly. I was going to say you're going to get answers to questions, and I was like, wait, you haven't asked them yet, but you will have had asked them. And then, Journey, you guys are amazing. I would like to do, with you both, a Google overview map thing where we can just, you guys are so much better with the like sharing the screens and all that. So I would rather just do it with you, and I can do all the like, wait, go back, go left, do that. But it would be nice to hover over the blue building area and the AB and on Google Maps and stuff, and call out each one of these buildings, because I also want to document the quote empty buildings that are around blue. I believe they're empty, but they're being, I bet you they're bought or owned by Scientologists. And
Journey, that's your job.
I'm trying to get into it. I'm finding all these.
And I have some information for it too.
Catalog. I know I have two. I love growing. I'm about to have my husband make a third.
That's so cute.
Because I have to keep my brain straight. I don't
Yeah,
know what-
yeah. I'm always like
But yeah.
like literally putting things in like that. Because I want to see, because the other night, and we've just been noticing Sea Org members going into buildings that
Yes.
we thought were not public, that they weren't, they were just like public Scientologists, and we saw Sea Org. So I feel like they're actually, I don't know where I heard it, but it was like a year ago. I heard that they were planning, they had some mock up or some blueprints or something. There was something that somebody saw, and they said they don't know if they're still planning on doing it, but they had the plans, like blueprints or whatever, where they're gonna put gates of iron gate, just like they do at Gold Base, all around that whole property area. And I believe they're trying to buy out everything around and then make that their own little North Korean compound.
Yep. They've
So
tried.
I want to see. I want to interrupt that if I can.
They've tried to make a retreat like they do in
like Gold Basin stuff.
It was totally no.
Yeah,
You're not doing
good
that.
luck.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Well,
I know they're gonna keep trying. I've
yeah,
been
and that's the thing. They
are places where they rent. I'm following people and following common addresses. And I'm like, oh, you're right there. Okay.
Yes.
That's where I'm going with all this.
And then around the AB, I believe there's some Scientology owned buildings around there. So yeah, it would just be good. Obviously, we have 10 million things to do, and we'll see you tonight anyways for for the other 10 million things.
I know, right? I know I've been on here maybe for like an hour or so, and I'm just like still holding cards. I only made notes of what you said about like compassion and not much over here.
But the details are so important, and that's where people are like, well, what do you mean, blah blah blah, and it's like, no, listen to the details before you get bored, because you're about to get fucking overwhelmed. Like, yeah. No, okay, cool. Love you guys so much.
I'll see you later.
I'll still listen if there's anything. I have to do some cleaning shit and stuff before I bring him back.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Peace out.
See you tonight.
Bye.
No, it's not real.
I have not been paying attention.
Hate to burst your bubble there, but it's not real. Nope. There, that way. And look, you died. See? I gave you hope. Ew.
Yeah, Tilty, I still got your Jack Parsons affirmation artwork right up there next to my fucking computer.
You okay over there? You're on mute, so I have no idea.
Right before the sack, all right? I need to know that, because that's what I'm going to be put. It's going to, like a glove? Like a snug winter glove, like okay. Like pigs in a blanket, like the hot dogs. Stuck pig then.
No idea.
She is just yelling like some stupid ass shit. Like she said,
"Oh my god,
tip to scrotal." That's what she said. And she's playing fucking Rocket League right now.
Hope you're happy.
All right, I'm gonna get ready for work. I gotta leave soon.
Okay, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. It was fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, I will see you tonight.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Peace. Bye, everybody.
Bro, I feel like you'd like the show Silicon Valley then.
Thanks for joining.
Dude, that shit's so funny.
It's not what Rocket League has, is what she said, and that's not quite